Hey, you're not Big Time Rush.
Dude, you're not Big Time Rush.
We're Big Time Rush.
We're Big Time Rush.
Lil Uzi.
Retire, nigga. Retire. Now, it's only the first listen, so I could be tripping, because I usually give albums a good 2 to 3 listens before I say their ass. This is the worst shit I've heard this year. I am so serious. Eternal Atake 2 was a terrible album, and it's so upsetting because it was the sequel to something that was so great. Yet this album, where half of it sounds like he's just off of whippets, and the other half it's just mid. It's just terrible. It sounds like pointless and useless throwaways. I really like Lil Uzi. I am a big Uzi fan. Nigga, I remember being 12 years old, hitting the fucking Uzi shoulder, thinking, I was like, damn, this dance zesty as hell, but the music is so hard. I was jeopardizing myself for Uzi. This shit ass. And it really do sucks, because I almost made a video, like literally explaining why I think Uzi is miles ahead when it comes, like, in comparison to Cardi, with them like always being neck and neck with each other when it comes to projects. But it's like, I can't when you drop an album like Pink Tape and this bum shit. I really can't. The album is 16 songs, 43 minutes, and the whole half of the album sounds like he made it off whippets. He, even in the first few songs of the album, he is just promoting heavily on how much nitrous he was using and taking. Literally, I think it's in We Good. He's saying they thought I was dead. No, I was just on the Nas. Literally, in Pars in the Mars, he starts off the song on a whippet. Like, I can't. I used to say this nigga was better than Cardi. Then Big Time Rush got the easiest bag of all time, because you only used it for the intro of the song and claimed it as a feature. You were better off having none. Then you went on to say then you went on to rap about how high you get with the Big Time Rush feature. Nigga, I honestly think since 2020, Uzi's creativity and, like, I don't know, talent has just been drained from him. I don't know who he's been around, where he's been, but he's acting like he just can't drop an album with more than 10 good songs on it. Like, I'll give Pink Tape a pass, because, you know, he was experimenting. Every artist has an album where they're just experimenting, and most of the time it's 50-50 between the fan base. I'll give it a pass, even though I like some rock music. That shit was terrible in my opinion, but a pass. But this, where he literally stated that he didn't experiment too much on this album, and most of, like, the vibe of this was supposed to be stuff we've already heard. I've never heard a nigga rap 10 songs with a whipping in his mouth, but I guess this was literally supposed to be something we were comfortable with and used to. This is the laziest shit I've ever heard. I only got like 4 favorite songs on this tape, by the way. Space High is okay. Goddard's song is it's cool. I'll give it somewhat of a pass. Chill Bay is nice. Mr. Child, I almost gave Not an Option. I don't know. It's not my type of style. It's not, honestly. And I'm not getting mad at the whippet situation, because I know this is not the first time Uzi has made a project on drugs. It's just, he did it with the worst one possible. Like, I would rather the nigga been high out his mind on Xans if he was gonna drop a bum ass album just on drugs like this. And you can't argue with me that he just wasn't high when making this album. Because why on Meteor Man, in a chorus, by the way, is he saying this is in order repeatedly? Who the fuck are you making music for? You're 30! Like, another thing that, like, kind of pissed me off from the album, this is more something I don't like. I feel like it's a heavy, like, repetition of songs with, like, rage beats over them. I'm not saying he shouldn't use them. I know his audience. I just feel like he's trying to bite that style way too much, even though he kind of pioneered it. Thing is, he doesn't have to do that. And I'd be so surprised when Uzi, like, don't come through with a hard ass album like this, cause it's like he got leaks of hell. Who is in that room with him when he's about to put the album out and saying, like, damn, yeah, this all hard. Just Meteor Man, one of the greatest songs I ever heard. Put it on there. Like, who is saying this? Especially with you having such a good rollout, especially with, like, within a week's notice. I'm thinking, oh, oh, this nigga's about to go crazy. Tyler dropping the same week, Uzi right after. Oh, we're getting blessed.
God damn it!
Even when it comes to like correlation, I don't really think there's like any when it comes to like EA1 and EA2. Like this sound like this shouldn't even been called Eternal Atake 2. I would have liked it if he cut half these songs off. He just labeled it a mixtape. So I would have been like, okay, he just dropped a weak ass mixtape. We can move on. It's not an album. I will say though, while I'm completely shitting on this album, the R&B songs on this album don't sound too bad. Like, Chill Day is heavily in my rotation.
Please don't do the most right now.
Yeah.
I hit you up, please don't go
Can move on from it.
Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me, baby. Don't do it to me.
And like I said before, like with Pink Tape, it was 50-50. Like some people hated it, some people loved it. So I don't see the idea where he feel like, oh, I have to drop an album. Unless it was just like, damn, I hate my label, let me drop this and get the hell out the way. Like, that's the only thing I could, like, that's the only solution I can think of why he would drop something that's not ready like this. Now, I hope he don't drop a deluxe. But if he does, it could probably save it. Like, cause I remember when the Eternal Atake first came out, like, it was a little bit of mixed reviews. Then he dropped that deluxe, it was like, damn, oh, this whole project fire. If he was to drop a deluxe for this album, it would have to sound like a whole new sound. Then there'd be just another album attached to this and just call it a deluxe. It would have to be some hard ass shit. Like, I don't know how he'll bounce back after this. Basically, what I'm saying. This sucks. I'm not editing any of this shit, by the way. I'm ranting. And to remind you, this is only the first listen. I usually listen to albums 2 to 3 times before I give a rating. After that first half of that album, I was like, oh yeah, this nigga doesn't deserve it. He doesn't care. Why the hell should I? This is like a 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10 for Uzi. That's 2 fucking albums where he fumbled. If you think about dropping anything else related to this, my nigga, you might as well drop Love is Rage 3 and retire. Go make them damn woman panties for JT big ass butt. I'm sorry. This is ass, bro. This sucks.
Go to the club, make a storm hurricane. Nigga pull up, think he G.I. Joe, man. 762, turn him G.I. Jane.
I'm cooked, but I gotta drop Eternal Atake.
Busted right inside him.
I've been living fast, I've been spoiled.